Hey guys, down at the town hall again doing a lot of work, and what I want to talk about today is something that came up in the paper last week but I didn't have time to talk about, but now do, and it's the local Bolton Film Festival. Now, there are short films that they want for submission. I will be submitting mine. Jen's going to submit some of her stuff, and I want to make sure that everyone in the Bolton area knows that this is on and submits films. I think, actually, you don't have to be in Bolton if you want to go and try. Give it a try, yeah. I've put a link to the article about it on the Bolton News website in the description bar below, so do go and have a look at that, and let's get some good films in. Anyway, I'm back to work now. Bye. I came out to record a time lapse of the sunset, but as you can see from the clouds, all I can see is clouds, which is not great. So I'm just going to record the movement of the trees and the movement of the clouds and see if I get anything from that. I can't guarantee it, but you never know. However, while I am out here, I thought I might as well use this opportunity to talk a bit more about films, specifically my first films. Now, the first film I ever made is actually an animated film. I did it for my GCSE art and design project and blew away everyone at school with it, and head teacher had never seen anything. He watched it over and over again, amazed. My art teacher had never seen anything like it because no one at my school, quite possibly very few people in the country, had used a computer to design and produce and create frame by frame an animation. It was not good. It's terrible. I'm going to show you it now. That's the whole thing. That was my art and design project that basically made sure that I kept up my grades. It's terrible, but very few people have done it. I took 3 weeks to produce it, frame by frame, in Neo Paint, which is a completely out-of-date program. I don't think it even exists anymore. I'm going to check that. I'm going to come back to you from the office with any information if I can find any on Neo Paint. Oh my goodness, it still exists. It's still around. That's really surprising. I think it's been about over 20 years now, my goodness, and they're still going, so well done, because I have to admit, the moment I found Photoshop, I moved on. But hey, congratulations on getting to about 20 odd years now. I think they started in 93, so 24 years. Well done. I drew the entire thing with a mouse. Yeah, frame by frame with a mouse. So that's the kind of effort I put in for that, and I think under the circumstances, given the very limited ability I had, the very limited equipment I had, I was using my Amstrad Mega PC, and it just had very limited abilities. I produced something that I'm actually still interested in, but not really proud of. I mean, it was my first effort. I'm going to love it, but yeah. So, I want to talk about the first film I was in. Now, I didn't actually make this one, I'm just in it, and it's here. Donoralus, Kingdom in Flames. This was a student project. I was involved with this when I was at university. This is pre-transition days, so this is like the old regeneration of me, the previous one. My first Doctor. If you know Doctor Who references, my first Doctor. I was in my Hartnell regeneration, and it was interesting. It was a good time. We had a lot of good fun, and I really enjoyed the film production. All aspects of acting about it. I loved the way the script was written. I basically fell in love with filmmaking by being in this film, which was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I wasn't even involved with the Film Society at university. I was involved with Treasure Trap, the live-action role-playing society. The guy involved in making this film, Chris Maudsley, he wanted some of us live role-players because we had the costumes and the props that he could use to make his film. He didn't have much of a budget. I mean, the same way that when I make my films now, I don't have much of a budget. He was in the same situation. So he got what he could. And it was brilliant. It was a fantastic experience. Absolutely loved it. Here's a clip of me.
Your Highness, These papers could mean anything. Should we really believe the word of these types? Peasants, rogues, bandits?
General, we all have our allotment in life.
It's awful, isn't it? It's terrible. It's so... I had no acting experience. I still have very little. But I had none at that time. But he let me in the film anyway. And I had a lot of fun. But the rest of the cast, I thought they did really well. And some of them have actually gone on to good things. One of them is actually in Batman Begins. He's one of the... he's one of the League of Shadows, and he's one of the guys that's fighting Bruce Wayne in the League of Shadows scenes where he's, you know, all those masked guys, and he's cutting one guy's arm. One of the guys from that film is in that scene. It's ridiculous, which actually technically gives me a bacon number now I think about it. But yeah, that was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I've got on some stuff in there. But I wanted to talk about that first film, because the film festival's coming up in Bolton. And that first film gave me a lot of experience. It's not brilliant. Like I say, it was the first thing I'd ever produced, and my first film that I acted in was not great. It was the first thing I'd ever acted in. But each of them taught me something. And the wind's getting up. I think the camera that I've got filming the sunset / cloud movement is not going to last much longer. It's going to fall over in the wind. So I'm going to make this shot. Every single thing I've been in has taught me something. It may not be perfect. In fact, it'll never be perfect, because there's always something new to learn. But I had a lot of fun. I learned something from it. I took something away to make the next project better. And I think if you want to go for a film festival and you want to put something into a film festival, I highly recommend that you do. That's what you've got to look at it for. The first thing you produce will not be great. The second thing you produce will not be great. The third thing will not be great. So on, so on, so on. But you learn something every time. So go ahead. Give it a try. Make something. Maybe put it in. You never know. Especially if you come away from it thinking, well, I've learned something from that and the next one will be better. That's the thing to do. Anyway, I'm going to head back in now because it's bloody cold out here, and I think we've got enough footage for that time lapse. I'll see you tomorrow. If anything came out of that footage, I would be amazed.